what's going on, you guys? Kevin the Full Metal Ginger. I've got a bit of a Holy Grail unboxing to do for you today. And I understand, man, this album isn't exactly super rare or anything, but I mean, if you watch my channel enough, you understand that I don't always have money to put towards records all the time. So I kind of have to pick and choose when I can do this and all that kind of thing. So this is a record that has eluded me for quite some time. I've just never been able to find a label or a distro that carried it for a decent price or carried one in decent condition. So I guess after a while I quit looking for it, and then come to find out over the last 2 years, I believe, there's been a couple of repressings on vinyl. So you could say what you want. Maybe you wouldn't call this a Holy Grail, and it's, like I said, it's not exactly rare, but it's a very important album for me, and it's one that I've been looking for a long time, and I'm just glad to finally have it. So I want to unbox this for you. Listening to Massacre-From Beyond, one of my favorite death metal albums of all time. It's basically Death Leprosy with Cam Lee, so if you didn't know that, which I'm sure you all did. So we'll go ahead and open this son bitch, which I gotta try not to curse, because the girls are right in the other room playing and all that kind of thing. So, Daddy, you said bad words. Yeah, I know. So, but yeah, man, this is definitely a record that I'm very fond of, and I know most of you are going to be like, oh, that's it? You're going to be disappointed, but, you know, that's whatever, man. This is something that's very, 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 I'm very fond of. There's a CD here that I'm not going to talk about today. So stoked to have this. Oh, man. And what was cool about it is I was actually able to find a sealed copy, brand new, never been opened. So I'm going to have to open this for you on camera. I cannot believe I finally had this in my hands. This is one of my favorite albums of all time when it comes to the new wave of British heavy metal. I love this album and everything about it. This is the self-titled debut from Angel Witch. Cannot believe I finally had this in my hands, man. The band originally put this out in like 1980, I believe, on Bronze Records. And it's, I mean, like I said, there's been several reissues over the years, but finding a decent copy has been difficult for me. But yeah, man, I cannot believe I finally had this. Love everything about this, man. Kevin Hayborn's vocals are outstanding. His guitar leads are just majestic. You've got, what's his name? Kevin Skids Riddles, who does bass on here. I believe he has keyboards on here as well, and backing vocals, and they do great vocal harmonies on here. And Dave Hogg on drums, man, he really kind of stays in his lane, but what he does on here is he adds like complicated fills, but not so much that it distracts from everything else going on, if that makes sense. So he kind of, like I said, he kind of stays in his lane, but what he does in that lane, he really is able to express himself in a way that really sets him apart, I think. So I'm going to try to open this up. This particular version came out last year, I believe. No, this is a 2016 reissue, I'm sorry. It's on Real Gone Music. And if I'm not mistaken, this should be on white vinyl. Really do not know for positive sure, but I'm fairly certain about that. Well, I guess we'll just find out, won't we? We'll try not to cut this thing. Usually when I get these sealed copies, I'm able to cut this one out pretty quick, but I mean, it's damn wrinkly and shit, so I don't know, man. I really don't want to tear this up. I like to kind of keep the plastic on it, but well, it's not going to happen now. So that's all right. I got plenty of record sleeves and all that kind of thing. I don't know if I said it's limited to 500 copies. Oh, guess I could have looked right on the front where it says it's on white vinyl. I'm an idiot. You think that'd been the first thing that I fucking talked about on here? There we go, cussing again. I heard you saying bad words. Now I'm going to go to school and say them. Oh, good luck with that. Yeah, so I understand that most of you have probably turned this video off by now. I mean, it's got some dings in it, which is like kind of crappy, but I mean, it could have been packaged a little bit better. But beautiful artwork, by the way, done by John Martin, and I forget what this is. I think it's something about like fallen angels going into hell or something. But I mean, it looks really cool. I think it's got a slightly different variation on this release. I think originally it didn't have all this black trim. I might be wrong about that, but that's whatever. No inner sheet or anything, which you do have all the credits down here, as well as the picture of the band. So that's really cool. Let me go ahead and pull this out and I'll show it to you real quick. You've got, that's what I like about this, man. And it still has the bronze records on the label here. And it's just kind of giving it goes back to that old school type of label on the records, which I really like. Seeing these new releases doing stuff like that just kind of gives it that old school feel. And it is on white witch white. So, I mean, that looks really good. A bit of marbling in here, too, I believe. Well, I don't know if you call it marbling, but it's got some black streaks, whatever you call that. I don't know. I don't really care. Well, it's not quite transparent, but it looks really good, man. I'm really stoked to have this. So I'm going to jump off of this and go play this again. I understand it might not technically fall into the category of a Holy Grail, but for me, it's a very important record, one that I've been wanting for a very, very long time. And I'm just absolutely thrilled to finally have this. I can go ahead and scratch this one off the list that I've got hanging up on the wall. So very, very happy, man. One of my favorite bands in the new wave of British heavy metal. If you like, bands like Merciful Fate or Satan or Iron Maiden, of course, Judas Priest, you will totally dig this, man. The drums sound very well produced too. I forgot to mention that. The drums obviously have no sampling. It's all recorded in studio with microphones. I mean, they sound like real fucking drums, so it comes off really great. And the guitars are super, super hot, man. Lots of distortion on there, but not enough to completely blur anything out. It just sounds really crisp and clean, but, in typical new wave British heavy metal sound. So, awesome, man. I'm going to go listen to this right now. Thank you guys for watching. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Links are below. You can subscribe while you're there. I'll have a link there as well. I'll try to put up some links for this and for Massacre, of course. So I really appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time. Keep supporting extreme fucking metal.